The design of this room started with wallpaper. I felt like it needed something, and wallpaper just makes a room feel special.
It's funny because at the office I was looking at some wallpaper, flipping through a book, and colleague Kai Etche was also looking through samples, and I was like, that's cute. And she said, oh, I like the one you're looking at. And I said, what are you looking at wallpaper for? And she said, my daughter's bedroom. And I'm like, really? Well, I'm looking at wallpaper too for my daughter's bedroom.
Farrow & Ball came out with this line of Japanese-inspired papers, and I absolutely fell in love with this one.
It was so funny. We were both going to tackle a makeover at the same time, and wallpaper was a starting point. Phoebe's 9 going on 14 and inherited her brother's room, so she wanted to zhuzh it up a bit, and she was really excited about doing something new to the space. The room is small, and we talked about what she was kind of into, what she wanted in the space, not giving her too much rein because it had to make sense with the rest of the house. So we tackled it like it was a little apartment. Of course, my daughter has a big personality and she had a lot to say. She picked out the fabric, she picked out the wallpaper, she picked out the paint colors, she picked out the knobs for her dresser.
My daughter is 1.5, so she didn't really have an opinion on the decor of her room. So it was nice because I sort of had free reign, and we're not entirely sure that it will stay her room forever. Her brother may want to move into this room. So we also wanted something that was a little bit gender neutral.
It's funny because my daughter was looking on an Instagram feed and saw a fashion shoot that was shot against the back of the wallpaper. And she's like, look, it's my room, it's my wallpaper. It is a faux leopard print called Tanzania by Thibaut.
The wallpaper is definitely an investment, but I feel like it will last for a long time. And even if we wanted to turn it into a guest room, it's really just a classic, lovely paper.
We started with 2 pieces that she already had in the space. She has an iron bed, a little camp bed that was actually my bed at the cottage a million years ago. And we also had a dresser that was carved, and it's a nice piece of furniture. It's really heavy wood. Working with the 2 pieces was a bit tricky because, like any design, you want to make sure that the scale and the styles of the pieces work together. We chose to put in a wall of storage. As well, I really wanted a Parsons desk and stumbled upon one at Pottery Barn Kids, which was a great find. So really pleased with those 2 pieces. Another fun thing is you've got a bed that by day you throw pillows on and it turns into a cozy place to sit in and read, and then by night you throw the pillows off the bed and it's a bed again. We tried the bed in a million different spots, so against the wall made most sense, but then it looked like a dance party and no one wanted to dance. And she said, oh, leave it. I want to dance, I need space. And I said, well, we can't leave it. It looks like it's unfinished. And then it had this great idea that let's put an ottoman in, and it's a place to sit, and it's a place to lay her books out, and it's a place for her friends to gather around.
With a small space like this, you can't have too much stuff. Furniture-wise, it had to be the basics: a crib, somewhere comfortable to sit with the baby, a little bookcase, and a dresser. We brought in the little play kitchen because my daughter is obsessed with our kitchen cupboards. My daughter's not the best sleeper, so we actually spend quite a bit of time in the chair, so it was important to have something that we could sort of fall asleep occasionally in the chair holding her. So this was an old wing chair, and now that we put this fabric on the chair, I just can't even imagine a different fabric on it. I love it. Aside from the fabric on the chair, the only fabric I really had to pick out was the blind. I just went with a plain white linen. Because there is quite a bit of pattern, I didn't want to overwhelm things. The hardest part about the room was maybe the size. I felt a little nervous about putting too much stuff or junking it up, but I think it's sort of just the right amount of stuff in the room.
When I was little, my bedroom was fabulous. It was all Laura Ashley from head to toe. The wallpaper matched the drapes, matched the bedding.
I didn't have a room that was this cute. I had bunk beds and a lot of toys covering the floor. So I'm gonna try to keep this nice and tidy and instill tidiness in my daughter, hopefully.
If I had to describe this room in my daughter's words, it would be OMG.
I guess maybe it'd be cozy. It's not a big playroom. It's really a room for quiet play and going to sleep.